The last thing I saw before I blacked out was my little brother's face, mouth wide open, eyes shaking, as something pulled me into the darkness. I grew up in a small village. The kind of place where people still cook with firewood and everyone knows everyone. My name is Chuka, and when this happened, I was 14 years old. I was not the strongest or the bravest, but I was curious. Too curious. And that is what got me into trouble. In my village, we had a simple rule. Never whistle at night. The elders said it invites spirits. My grandmother used to say, if you whistle after dark, you're calling things that don't belong in this world. I thought it was just another old people thing. Like not sweeping at night, or not eating straight from the pot. I didn't believe in ghosts or spirits. I believed in what I could see. And I had never seen anything strange until that night. It started with a stupid dare. My younger brother, Ebuka, and I were sitting outside with our cousin Tob. The moon was full and the air smelled like ripe mangoes and dust. We were telling stories and roasting maize. Tob was older than both of us. He liked to act tough and say city things like, "Don't be a bush boy." He looked at me and said, "I dare you to whistle." I laughed. "That's nothing. Whistling is for kids." "But not at night," Ebuka said. Mama said, "Mama and her ghost stories," I interrupted. "There's no spirit anywhere. Watch." I puckered my lips and whistled. Once. Twice. 3 times. A sharp, clear sound. It echoed against the trees. Then silence. The wind changed, we all felt it. The night, which had been warm just a moment ago, suddenly got cold. Not just cool, cold. Like Harmattan cold, but it was the wrong season. The trees stopped moving. Even the crickets went quiet. Tob forced a laugh. "Okay, that's enough. Let's go inside." Ebuka grabbed my hand. "Chuka, please." I looked around. Nothing had happened. So I shrugged, tossed the maize cob aside, and followed them back into the house. But something had already started. That night, I couldn't sleep. I kept hearing something outside. Like whispers. Soft and low, like someone calling my name but trying not to be heard. "Chuka. Chuka." At first, I thought it was Tob trying to scare me. But when I checked, he was fast asleep, drooling like a goat. I lay back down and pulled my wrapper over my head. The whispering got louder. I covered my ears. It didn't stop. Then, I felt it. Breath. Cold breath, right by my face. I froze, and then something laughed. A slow, broken laugh, like a hyena choking on bones. I screamed. Grandma ran into the room with a lamp. She looked at me, at my sweating face, at my shaking hands. "You whistled, didn't you?" she asked, voice trembling. I nodded. She didn't shout. She didn't beat me. She just sat on the edge of my mat, closed her eyes, and began to pray. She prayed in Igbo. She called on our ancestors. She called on the earth. She tied a red cloth around my wrist and told me not to remove it. Not even to bathe. "The spirits are watching you now," she said. "You invited them." Over the next few days, things changed. Goats started dying in the village. With no wounds. Just lying on the ground, eyes wide open, tongues out. The elders said it was a sign. Our dog, Bingo, refused to come near me. He would growl when I walked into a room. I stopped sleeping. Every time I closed my eyes, I saw them. Shadows. Crawling on the walls. Faces with no eyes. Mouths too wide. They whispered in my dreams and laughed when I woke up screaming. My mother took me to the priest. He gave me holy water. I drank it. The shadows laughed louder. We even tried the native doctor. He gave me black soap and told me to bathe by the river at dawn. I did. But nothing worked. Because I didn't just invite them. I had opened a door. A door that couldn't be closed. One evening, while I sat under the mango tree, my little brother came to sit with me. He looked sad. "Are you okay?" I asked. He shook his head. "Last night, something came to my window." My heart dropped. "What did you see?" "It was wearing your face." I grabbed him. "What do you mean?" "It looked like you, but the eyes were black." It smiled and told me to come outside. But I ran to Momo's room. I couldn't speak. My throat dried up. That night, I didn't sleep. I sat by Ebuka's mat, watching over him. But somehow, I fell asleep. When I woke up, he was gone. The mat was empty. The door was open. Footprints led into the bush. We searched. The entire village searched. For hours. For days. Nothing. Just one thing. Beside the old Iroko tree, we found the red cloth that was tied around my wrist. I don't know when it had fallen off. 2 days later, a woman came from another village. She was old, blind, and walked with a stick. She said she had a message. She sat on our floor and said, "The boy who whistled, he belongs to the night now." My mother screamed. My grandmother fell to the ground. The woman continued, "The spirits he called are not cruel. But they must take what was promised." He opened the door. "A soul must pay." I didn't understand. She turned her head toward me and whispered, "It was supposed to be you." That night, I sat outside again. Alone. I whistled. Once. Twice. 3 times. I was not calling them. I was calling him. I don't know why. Maybe guilt. Maybe hope. Maybe I just wanted to say goodbye. The wind changed again. They came. But this time, I wasn't afraid. They surrounded me. Eyes like burning coal. Skin like ash. And in the middle of them, I saw him. Ebuka. His eyes were empty, but tears ran down his cheeks. "I'm sorry," I whispered. He didn't speak. He just looked at me for the longest time. Then he mouthed one word, "Run." I woke up 3 days later in the bush, covered in scratches and dirt. I had been missing for 72 hours. Everyone thought I was dead. They brought me home. The priest came again. The elders performed a ritual. I survived. But Ebuka never came back. It's been 10 years. I live in the city now. I work. I smile. I pretend I'm fine. But I still hear the whisper sometimes. When the wind is just right. When it's cold for no reason. And every time I hear someone whistle at night, my heart stops. Because I know what it costs. So if you ever visit a village in Africa, and someone tells you not to whistle at night, don't. No matter how silly it sounds. No matter who dares you. No matter how brave you feel. Don't. Because I didn't listen. And I lost my brother forever.